Slovenia vs Norway UEFA Nations League date. Saturday the 24th of September 2022 kickoff at 1700 UK, 1800 Central Europe Time venue, Stadion Stožice. Slovenia vs Norway head-to-head, H2H. The Norwegians have a 100% unbeaten record against this opponent, barring a single fixture. The latest fixture between the two had ended in a goalless draw. 3 of the previous 5 H2H meetings between the two at this stadium saw 3 goals or more. Slovenia vs Norway preview. While promotion can no longer be achieved for Slovenia, there's still a lot to play for in their UEFA Nations League (UNL) campaign as the threat of relegation looms large. That threat could very well become reality should Slovenia lose here and Sweden beat Serbia, a pair of results which would see them drop straight back to League C at the first time of asking. Slovenia's first foray into League B hasn't been straightforward, but there have been signs of improvement lately, with 2 draws following 2 defeats to open their campaign. One of those draws was against Norway, 0-0, and while keeping Erling Haaland quiet is a small win in itself, it's the only time Slovenia have conceded less than 2 goals in a game this UNL term. If Slovenia's hopes of promotion are dead in the water, Norway's certainly aren't, and they know they will be dining out at the top table of UNL football next term should they better Serbia's result against Sweden. With Norway's impressive recent form, W5, D1, you certainly wouldn't bet against them holding up their side of the bargain, though they found themselves in a similar position in the last UNL term and failed to win either of their last 2 games, D1, L1. It certainly looks set to be a tight affair here, with each of Norway's 3 victories in the UNL this term coming by a slender 1-goal margin. A solid H2H record against Slovenia, W6, D3, L1, only seems to fuel belief that they won't capitulate in similar fashion this term. But perhaps more importantly for Norway, winning the group would also give them another potential chance at qualifying for Euro 2024. Players to watch. Benjamin Sesko was the last Slovenia scorer in the UNL, and both his international goals have been the last of the game. Meanwhile, Norway will undoubtedly look to Haaland for inspiration, having scored the opener in each of their last 5 victories. Hot streak. Each of the 3 UNL meetings between these sides has seen 2 or fewer goals. Players to watch. Benjamin Sesko was the last Slovenia scorer in the UNL, and both his international goals have been the last of the game. Meanwhile, Norway will undoubtedly look to Haaland for inspiration, having scored the opener in each of their last 5 victories. Hot streak. Each of the 3 UNL meetings between these sides has seen 2 or fewer goals. Norway have included Brentford centre-back Christopher Auger, Napoli centre-back Leo Skiri Ostergaard, Arsenal midfielder Martin Odegaard, Benfica midfielder Fredrik Orsnes and Manchester City striker Erling Braut Haaland. There could be a potential debut for Molde midfielder Ole Brynhildsen. Vålerenga centre-back Stefan Strandberg is out injured. There are doubts over the availability of Odegaard. Injured. Stefan Strandberg doubtful. Martin Odegaard suspended. None. Slovenia possible starting lineup. Oblak, Karničnik, Bihol, Mavla, Brekalo, Sikozic, Zajic, Surin, Kurtic, Sesko, Verbic. Norway possible starting lineup. Nyland, Ryerson, Strandberg, Ostergaard, Bjorken, Odegaard, Berge, Thorsby, Elunussi, Haaland, Sorloth. Slovenia vs Norway prediction. The Slovenians had lost 2 of the past 4 appearances at home and had let in a total of 7 goals in the process. On the other hand, the Norwegians were unbeaten in 7 of the past 8 road trips, and in the process they had also gone on a 5-fixture unbeaten streak. Considering these observations, expect a win for Norway this Saturday.